What's cracking, everybody, and welcome back to Dig a Little Deeper with Doug, NBA fans. Part 2 of this 3-part series is titled What Makes Fans Tick, where we're going to be examining team identification and fan dysfunction and how these factors can be catalysts for fan abuse. So, no time like the present, grab your shovels, it's time to dig a little deeper with Doug.
Bench to go. Now Artest has jumped over the scorer's table and is trying to get down to the bench. Artest is in the stands. Oh, this is awful. Fans are getting involved. Steven Jackson's in the fans. Fans and players are going at it, and the players trying to help each other out. And now another fight's breaking out in front of the Pistons bench. It's a fan on the court. You have these ridiculous fans trying to go at the players and now throwing. This is a bad showing from the Pistons fans here. And for some reason, they hold Austin Crozier out. They won't let him get under the tunnel because they're afraid for his safety. They're pouring liquid over him. What a disgraceful showing from the Pistons fans here.
In the previous video, we discussed the positives of the participatory audience to the NBA. Now in this video, we're flipping that and we're taking a look at the negative side. The NBA's encouragement of fan engagement leads to higher degrees of team identification. This is defined as the degree that the fan views the team as an extension of self-identity. That is, the extent to which a fan feels a psychological connection to the team. Now, for most fans, this can be viewed as a good thing, as a positive, because it fosters higher self-esteem through a connection to society. Yet, when team identification is taken to the extreme, it can result in fan dysfunctionality, characterized by abnormal functioning and socialization within the sports context. Dysfunctional fans are always active fans, more likely to voice their opinion while at the game or across media outlets such as social media or radio talk shows. Wakefield & One 2006 conducted a survey of 1,000 participants of an NBA game with questions designed to highlight fan dysfunctionality. This research found that 18% of respondents with high team identification also displayed high fan dysfunctionality. Now, One in 2017 conducted a similar survey of 89 participants of a college basketball game. This research uncovered how highly identified fans were more likely to believe that verbal aggression is acceptable, and that they were more likely to indicate that they would consider harming a rival player or coach if they could remain anonymous. Lastly, this survey also pointed out how fans with high dysfunctionality were more likely to justify the necessity of consuming alcohol at a sporting game. So, by adding alcohol to this boiling pot of highly identified, highly dysfunctional fans, we can start to further understand the motives of fans who contribute in fan abuse. So what about the negative impact that this abuse is having on the NBA players? There are so many examples to choose from, but one man who has definitely copped his fair share is the league MVP of 2017, Russell Westbrook. While warming up for an away game in Utah, Westbrook was called boy and told to get down on your knees like you're used to. He then retaliated, saying, "I swear to God, I'll f you up. You and your wife, I'll f you up." This highlights the impact that the fan had on Westbrook's mental stability pre-game, when he should be entirely focused and in the zone. He was fined $25,000 from the NBA for his retaliation. He later said that he didn't regret his actions and would no longer be silent when confronted with verbal abuse from fans, adding that he believed NBA players needed more protection in arenas. He also stated that if he didn't retaliate, nobody would even say anything. It would go on like regular. This is just one example from hundreds like it that highlight the impact of fan abuse is having on the NBA players. In the next part of this series, we're going to break out some more examples of fan abuse in the NBA, as well as take a look at the role that social media plays in this entire fiasco. Thanks for tuning in to Dig a Little Deeper with Doug on NBA Fans, and I'll see you then.